Hi, I'm Abraham Noah Ramirez, and I chose this piece today. It's a piece done by Luis Jimenez, an American artist, and it's called Self-Portrait with Calavera. The media of this piece is etching. The qualities of the line for this piece are pretty much soft. As you can see that it just kind of sketches around. And the different types of lines for this piece, you have vertical lines that go down right here around the teeth area. You also have horizontal lines around the teeth, and there are horizontal lines right here above the nose. And it also consists of diagonal lines and curves, which pretty much make up the functions of the line, which is an outline. And the shading and modeling is done by hatching and cross-hatching. As you can see, there's hatching right here with the brown, and then cross-hatching over here with the black that makes it a darker shade in this area. Those are done with curved and diagonal lines. There's diagonals right here, and there are some curves right here in his forehead, which are also done up on top with his hair. There is some visual texture in this picture. I mainly get a feel of more scratchy, like with this shirt. You can assume that the shirt is probably made with some kind of wool or some scratchy kind of material because of all the cross-hatching and the hatching in these areas. And for the shapes, there are both geometric and organic shapes. Right here, there are some geometric. As you can see, there are some little rectangles and squares, but in the whole thing, it's mainly an organic shape because of the shape of his face, because humans are mostly organic shapes, and because of his ears, his eyes. All of this is organic shaping right here. And with the values, there is some chiaroscuro done right here as the brown shades into a darker color right here, making it seem as if the eye was real and as if the eye could pop out, or as if the eyes were swollen. You can also have that feeling of chiaroscuro down here, as if the chin stuck out to point more emphasis on his, I guess, his double chin right here. And looking at the piece, there are mainly neutrals that are being used in white, black, brown, and some grays. But they're also seen as shades as some blue up on top. And there are some shades of yellow inside his shirt right here, or sweater. You can also see some shades of yellow right here and his eyeball. But overall, they're done with neutrals, like I said, with black, gray, brown, and white. But with the blue and the yellow colors, they're considered primary colors, so it's a little bit of both. The feeling of this piece, when you look at the colors, is more of a cool color, even though there is considered some yellow shading in this area. Overall, there is a low-key feel of the portrait that gives me a cool feeling because of the colors. With the spacing, the foreground would be his face itself. The midground, of course, would be his shirt, and the background would be all the coloring out here on the space around him. The technique, I would say, of spacing used for this would be vertical placement, because there's not much distance between his head and the back, but of course the shirt, you can feel like it's a little further back than his jaw and his chin. Looking at the piece, the balance is asymmetrical because it is balanced within the colors, but it is not the same on both sides when you look at it vertically or horizontally. The style of this piece, I would say, is mainly abstract but somewhat naturalistic because it is a human face, and it does define that right here. You can see that it's a skull, and the teeth are defined so that you can see that it's teeth. But overall, it's in the boundary between naturalistic and abstract.